Oh, hello. Did you know that looking down at your phone can significantly accelerate the doubling or even tripling of your chin? It's true, or at least that's what they say. Anyway, now that we're done with the double chin part of the presentation, my name is Sue Dowd. I am a retail strategist for Miller Zell, and I often take my banking clients on retail walking tours where we look for ideas and inspiration to help improve and create ideas for their branch environments. Today's presentation is more of a virtual idea tour where we'll visit some unusual and surprising places in search of inspiration. Now, one little disclosure from the compliance department, of course. There are a handful of banks that are represented in the presentation. If yours is not one of them, please do not take offense. It's simply that your security guard kicked myself and my phone out of your branch. So with all that being said, let's get started. Are your branches boring? Did they remind you of this? Or this? Or even this? Ooh. What if they could look like this? Or this? Or this? Well, they can. It all starts with, you guessed it, this. So my story starts here on the sidewalks and city streets. I was on vacation in Denver, walking along the sidewalk, looking down at my phone, of course, when I saw something out of the corner of my eye. It was a seal etched into the sidewalk. And then I saw another, and another. And it was then that I realized that inspiration's all around us. We just need to take the time to look. I was impressed that these companies were so proud of the work that they had done that they actually brand their sidewalks. Banks have always taken pride in their buildings as well, though perhaps in more subtle ways back in the day. Although today, you may have a conservative branding approach like First Republic Bank, but more often than not, we see bigger, bolder, and brighter. I happen to love big, bold, and bright. I really do. But are we trying to outshout each other? It's just a question, not an answer. This is in the Seaport District of Boston. I was kind of curious about the sculptures. They line the boulevard there. See that art sculpture in the background there? Do you want to learn more about it? The answer's on the sidewalk. Even the government has gotten into the business of messaging on the sidewalk. What are you doing with your sidewalks? What are you doing with your parking lots, for that matter? Maybe it's an opportunity. Continuing on in Denver, this is the Pearl Street Mall, sort of an outdoor shopping mall area. And I came upon this piano. I thought it was kind of cool, so like I usually do, I snapped a photo. But then I looked closer. I saw the trees. Do you see the trees? They're painted blue. I have no idea why they're painted blue. But it got me thinking, could a blue tree inspire something in our bank branches? Maybe it's a wood grain pattern on a wall covering like here at Citizens Bank. Or maybe it's a whitewashed wood paneling, like you see at the Regions Nexus branch. Anyway, enough of sidewalks. There's plenty to see around the corner. Let's go next to libraries. And this is actually a continuation of the sidewalk. So as I was still walking down the sidewalk, I came across this little free library. I don't know if you've heard of the little free library before. If you haven't seen them before, now that you've seen them here, you're going to see them everywhere. Here's another one. I find it really interesting that libraries, like banks, are in the throes of reinventing themselves. They're trying to make themselves relevant once again. In this case, they're bringing their passion and their product to the people. How are you bringing your product to the people? This is the venerable Boston Public Library, pretty conservative on the outside. I bet you didn't expect to see this on the inside. All interactive digital. Here, you can kind of make it out in the upper right-hand screen. That's actually a likeness of me. You can sort of make out the glasses there. The camera took a photo of me, with my permission, of course, and recreated my image out of passages from Little Women. Instant gratification, Instagrammable. A little deeper into the library, I just snapped this photo. I thought it was kind of clever. Why not use your sterilizers? The plot thickens. It made me think of this branch I saw in Philadelphia. This is Beneficial Bank. And it was just a clever way to put a quote on a door. The right way is not always the popular and easy way. Just on one of their interior doors. Why not have a little fun? Has anybody been to the airport in Philadelphia? Yeah, you're probably stuck there a while. Well, the Philadelphia Free Library knows that, and they set up this area where you can sit down, relax, take advantage of their free Wi-Fi, download some of their books, and if you only have a minute or two to spare, you go to this kiosk and you actually plug in the number of minutes you have available. If you have 3 minutes, you press the 3-minute button and outprints a 3-minute short story. You can read that on the way to your gate, and then you'll realize you were delayed another 2 hours. So since we're already in airports, we'll go to airports. So airports can be great places for large banks especially to market themselves. This is in Toronto's Pearson Airport. It might also be a good place to have a bank branch. I've decided this is the skinniest branch on the planet. And I'm not too sure what the bankers on the left are doing on their phones, but I'm hoping I didn't get anybody in trouble here. I don't know if anybody has seen these, the airport. Probably becoming more and more important with more service animals boarding planes these days. But it's all about the amenities. TD Bank is known to be dog-friendly. Even have branded dog bowls. But did you know they have amenities for us humans too? Their lollipops are usually in their brand colors, but for the month of October, they were pink. How smart is that? And Capital One Cafe, if it's a rainy day, borrow one of their umbrellas. Get a free cup of coffee when you return it. It's all about the amenities. One thing I like about airports is I find them fairly easy to navigate. Or that was until yesterday when I couldn't find the taxi stand in Austin. But this is quite clearly an information booth. I like the open and welcome kind of airy kiosk that it is. You feel like you can walk right up and ask questions. Here, on the other hand, this is in Atlanta, not so welcoming. It's kind of telling you everything you shouldn't be doing. Reminded me of what we see on entrances to bank branches. What if we could, make things more attractive and appealing and organized in a clutter-free way? Well, we can, and you'll see this next time you visit a SunTrust branch. Has anyone been to an American Express Centurion Lounge? I haven't either. Looks like this guy's locked out too. Someday I'll get in. And this is Kristen Welton's beautiful City Gold location upstairs from a City branch in Manhattan. Kind of creates that club-like feeling for their more affluent customers for City Gold. Check out the silk pillows, of course. And that's my colleague Tom in the background. He's camera shy, as you can see. I didn't know how to Photoshop him out, so. Here's another example. This is at a Bank of America flagship. This is for their Merrill Edge customers, special place to create a feeling of exclusivity. So what are you doing for your more affluent customers? Just a question. All right, quick serve next. I think I have time just for this one more. So quick serve, that's fast food and cafes and the like. So Sweet Green, it's a good lunch place. They have really good lettuce. I really liked how they promoted their mobile app on the door and mobile ordering. I thought that was a smart place for it. And then you walk right in, and there's the area where you pick up your mobile order. I don't even think you have to talk to a human being. It's kind of cool. This is Dunkin' Donuts' new concept store. Now they're called Dunkin', of course. They haven't figured out that we all call them Dunks. Inside, on the left-hand side, that's cold brew on tap. On the right-hand side is where their mobile pickup is. So you're starting to see this everywhere. But on the outside, they have an HOV lane for people that have ordered on their mobile app. Kind of reminded me, I think they were copying banks. I mean, we've had the fast lanes already for ATM machines for years. But talking about drive-ups, Chase has been experimenting with different types of remote drive-ups with their ATMs, and you'll see that these typically just separated from their physical branch, mostly to help with traffic flow in their parking lots, but it does help to create an iconic statement. It's an opportunity. And here Huntington has done something similar. Similar but different, right? Does your drive-up look more like this? I think this is typically more what we see. There's nothing but opportunity here. This is T2. It's a tea shop on Newbury Street in Boston. It's just, I just love it. I think it's really cute and clever how it's displayed. But they're so passionate about their teas, and they go into great detail about all the different types of teas. So I kind of coined it tea literacy. But Mark Duncan was talking earlier about financial literacy and how much Citizens Bank how much effort they're investing behind educating their customers. This is an example of a digital spot, a quiz to help to educate their customers. And regions with something similar. I apologize, there's a typo on that because when I snapped the photo, the animation hadn't quite completed. So that was my fault. Frozen yogurt shops, I'm not sure we should emulate them. They all seem to be going out of business for some reason. But I couldn't help but look at the Zynga and these soft serve machines, and they remind me of a bank of ATMs. And I thought, wow, that's kind of interesting. You know, what if we were to do some kind of interesting tile work around the ATMs? And here's another example. That's Orange Leaf. This one is definitely out of business. It was near my house. Do your ATM walls look more like this? Which is fine if you're going for shabby chic. And this is my favorite. This is Insomnia Cookies in Philadelphia. Warm cookies delivered until 3 a.m. But it got me thinking, gosh, First Republic offers chocolate chip cookies, warm chocolate chip cookies. So I went out in search of it. They had a digital messaging on the outside of the branch advertising the cookies inside. I did go in and was able to snap a photo and got kicked out before I got the cookie. So I think they still owe me one. All right, I think we're out of time, so we're going to have to skip a few sections here. But right there. So here we are at the end. Or is it the beginning? So my recommendation is put down your phone, take a look up at your surroundings, and better yet, use your phone to capture what you see. Assemble an HGTV-style mood board, something like that. Share that with your branch design team, and you're on your way to improving your own branch environments. Thank you so much for your time.